Man City win the Manchester derby. Bellingham gets sent off after a refereeing howler in the La Liga. And Oli Solskjær regrets signing Ronaldo. You're watching Foot and Mouth. Welcome back to Foot and Mouth. Ethan, how you doing?
I'm pretty good. It was a tough week for United, but I'm okay.
Yeah, pretty tough week. But we did say before the game that no matter what happens, hiding or not, this is pretty much a bit of a write-off.
Yes,
considering
for sure.
the squad available and everything. The stats after the game. Okay, look, before we get into the game, actually, because there's going to be
There's a lot.
So there'll be some things to unpack, but I guess staying on the theme of United, let's start with Oli Solskjær, who's been speaking to Gary Neville and Roy Keane. And then what is it? The overlap? Was it stick to football? What's it
No,
called?
it's the overlap.
The overlap.
With Ian Wright and that Jill.
Yes. That chill.
That Jill lady.
But yes, Solskjær has been on there. He's been speaking about his time in management at United, obviously. They touched on some moments of his time while as a player. It's a pretty fun episode. In all
No, it's
honesty.
a cool episode. I like. He seems like a nice guy. Genuinely,
he
he
seems
seems like
so sweet, bro.
He seems like such a likable, nice guy, and I kind of see why he like motivated the team in the short time he was there. The
Yes.
players seem to like him. The staff liked him. Whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, he does mention that like the board failed him a couple times. Like he mentions that he had Haaland
For
basically.
20 million euros.
Basically, he trained the dude. He said,
Euros.
yeah, he said to the scouts and whatever, like, let's sign this kid. And they came back to him and basically said, no, we've done our research on him. He's not the guy. He also talks about, he had Bellingham. Bellingham went there at one point. He spoke to, on the day he was there, he spoke to like Cantona and a bunch of United legends were there as
To be fair
well.
on the Bellingham thing, he did say that Bellingham definitely, he had his mind made up on like
Yeah.
what he wanted. But I guess knowing that these are the types of players that
That
he
could
was...
have- he was eyeing them. Yeah,
That's-
exactly.
That's a good... It's a good list.
And then the clickbait title is he kind of does regret signing Ronaldo. He doesn't regret signing Ronaldo. He's just upset that it didn't work. It didn't work out for both United or Ronaldo.
Yeah, it ended Messi.
Yeah. Oh, pun intended. Let's not.
Sorry.
But so he like. To be fair, it was kind of like a spur of the moment thing. Remember at the time it was.
It came out of nowhere.
It came out of nowhere, and like the other option was Man City at the time.
Yes.
Like everyone thought
And
Ronaldo could
that
go to
was
City.
when it all of a sudden fast-tracked United to go, no, we want you.
Yeah, because like he spoke to Fergie and all that. Even Fergie said, "Don't go to City." I'm just saying, like, imagine he went to City, dude. Fuck.
I think he'd still be in the Premier.
I think he would still. I think City would like. I think he would do everything that Haaland's doing.
Yep. But then where would the Saudi League be?
That's true. That's true. And right now, the Saudi League is more important than Man City. But look, it is a bit of a clickbait title because he doesn't really say that.
Yeah, it's just like you say. It's the turn of events. It's the first season. Obviously, wins the Golden Boot, but United don't have a stellar season, and then it was just downhill.
It was pretty much downhill from there.
So fast.
And also, like, he talks about having to like change his whole system because he pretty much puts the downfall of Cavani on Ronaldo. Which I guess, they...
Cavani was a good goal scorer when he played.
But I mean, they even played together at some points. But yeah, you can only have one 37-year-old striker, so you're going to choose Ronaldo over Cavani.
Bro. I actually forgot Cavani was there.
I know. But yeah, look, it was a good interview. There's a lot of insight into like the backstory, and like you can kind of really see shit was fucked up back then too. So what Ten Hag's dealing with now, he's still dealing with a lot of the same shit. I know there's new owners and Ineos and whatever, but that still is gonna take a process. It's gonna take time. So yeah, United's it's not good. I mean, we could have had Bellingham, we could have had Haaland. There's a lot of other names we could have. I remember Alvarez at one point was on the table.
Yeah, I guess look, that does lead me to my question. Yeah, because as a United fan, you watch that, you listen to what Oli has said. This is someone that obviously you guys have a lot of love for as a player and as a manager, because I know, again, even his time at the club didn't end on the best of terms, but
Yeah.
that first season, bro, for those first 2 seasons, actually,
Yeah, you can say 2 seasons.
like he wasn't the
No,
problem.
look, there's a reason his interim coach turned into a full-time coach.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
he was so good in that short amount of time that they were like, fuck, give him the job.
Yeah. So like as a United fan watching that and listening to what he had to say about the club, like what does that make you feel inherently in terms of, because obviously there's so much we don't know. There's so much we don't know. So it's all good and well, like you said, to know, okay, obviously there's new ownership now and all that. But like, how fast can these problems be fixed? You know what I mean?
No, it's not going to be fixed anytime soon. The Ten Hag project is like a 3-4 year project. And to be honest, I think it needs more time than that.
Well, look, Arteta's, that's a 5-year project, bro.
I know, but I don't know if you... I've said this before. I don't know if United fans have the patience that Arsenal fans necessarily had to sit 6 years.
But this is this is the 20th year now without the Premier League.
That's a long
for
time.
Arsenal.
I don't know if United fans are necessarily willing to do that.
Yeah.
I know I am. I'm willing to look at the bigger picture, but I know a lot of United fans are like, why are we getting smashed by
And
City?
I hate that, bro. Like that for me, that's kind of the death of football.
Getting emotional.
Yeah. That's kind of the death of football. Like when a coach and the players, because look, everybody has social media. Like if they can't be shielded from all of this, and I think in the grand scheme of things, it's probably a minority of the fan base that are like these types of problems, but they make enough noise, bro, to I think do some damage.
Yeah, they do. And also, Solskjær does mention like social media, because he mentions that like a lot of the players are on social media. They are following what these pundits are saying and whatever.
Dude, I mean,
and it just made me think back to when Gary Neville called the old Chelsea team bottle jobs. Because you know that old Chelsea team looked at that shit and was like, damn, dude, you really said that?
Yeah. And it's going to be a big talking point, because I remember after the what's his name? After Brentford beat Arsenal in that very infamous opening game lost a few seasons ago. After the game, Ivan Toney put a tweet saying, nice kick about with the boys. And every single season since then, it's come up whenever it's Arsenal versus Brentford. That tweet comes up.
No,
so
look,
now
it's going to stick with them.
Yeah. So, but like, I feel you in that, because the thing is, that tweet, like you saw it in All or Nothing, Arteta used that tweet as a motivator in the team talks and stuff before the game. So they absolutely are seeing, well, I mean, if anything, like we said in the case of Arteta, the managers are exposing the players to some of it. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think it's a shame. I think sometimes it's warranted. Obviously, as a fan, you have the right to say someone is shit if they're shit.
Yes.
But it's just, I feel like there has to be some type of like balance where a coach can at least feel like, okay, at least people are still gonna be here for this project. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like every week my head's on the chopping block, because how well can you perform?
I'm going to argue that these are paid professionals. They get paid millions and millions.
For sure, they should be able to handle it.
You shouldn't be able to let a few comments online totally throw you off.
The only time I could think it's justified if you get thrown off is if it's one of the kid players, bro. Genuine. I think like one of the 18, 19-year-olds, maybe even 20-year-olds. But I think like 23 and up or something, you can't really be all like, oh shit. Or I guess, look, I'm not trying to say how sensitive people should or shouldn't be.
They shouldn't be sensitive. If you get paid millions, you shouldn't be sensitive. If you are a famous person, you're putting yourself out there, you shouldn't be sensitive when people critique what you're doing.
Eminem?
Yeah, well, apparently he's dating Nicki Minaj now.
What?
I just saw someone say, imagine how fast their arguments are.
We must change this whole show, bro. Never mind football.
But yeah, look, the interview is very cool. If you are interested in that stuff, I do like the Overlap show as a whole.
Yeah, it's a fun show, bro.
In other news, though, Sam Kerr, racist? Racism? But yeah, so Sam Kerr, I think she's being suspended now, or she's being prosecuted
because of this.
Because she called the police a white bastard.
Why'd you go Scottish?
I don't know, bastard. But yeah, what do you think about racism in soccer, Logan? Is there a place for it?
There's no kick it out of the game, bro.
Okay, what if we kicking it at the cops?
No, I don't think I think you need to kick it into the ocean.
Okay. Should she be punished for racism?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because again, I think much like you were saying with regards to players who shouldn't be so taken by online comments because they're professionals. You're a professional. You're a public figure. If you're gonna chat shit and okay. If you are going to be like she's famous enough in the women's game at least to.
That's not very famous.
No. She's famous enough to know.
She's the most famous woman soccer player. Yeah.
To know that there are eyes on her. So if you are a piece of shit person, you're gonna get exposed for it. Yes. So I think she should be punished. And absolutely.
I also saw people saying like she's making Chelsea proud. Like that's
that's
Chelsea.
It kind of suits the mold perfectly. But I was like, oh my word, I didn't even think about that. But yeah,
I also have to say, I'm gonna be honest. I thought Sam Kerr was a white woman.
Really? You really don't have any.
Is she not a white woman?
No. No.
What is she?
She's like colored. She's gone as colored.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought
She's
she was,
tan.
I thought she was a white bitch.
No, she's a bit tan. But I guess the Australian would also throw you off.
Yeah, I
You know
thought.
what mean?
What is she? Aboriginal?
Unless maybe it's like self racism also. Maybe that
white
was
guilt.
her projecting.
Yeah. She's got
self-hate,
that. She's
bro.
got that white guilt in her.
Maybe, bro. She forgot for a second there.
And
But
then-
no, I think definitely get punished, bro. Definitely get punished.
Speaking of punished as well, the Uber Eats League One has officially changed. Or it's not official yet, but it's going to take place in the next couple of years. They're going to change to the McDonald's League One.
Bro, you remember that movie that came out? What was that movie? It was a spoof movie with a whole bunch of celebs in it. And at the time when it started, it sounded like, okay, it's a good idea. And then the closer it came to starting to film, all the stories came up about all these actors who were
Was
desperate.
it movie 43?
Yes. All the actors were desperate to get out of the movie, but they were tied down.
Yeah.
I think until this name change happens, that's just what
Everyone's leaving.
everyone's gonna know they're gonna try. People are gonna be like, you know, Amigidis, we're actually doing okay now, so we don't. And McDonald's will be like, hey, bro,
No, McDonald's is in. They paid for it.
it's
Look,
done,
I'm
yo.
going to be honest. I don't think it's much worse than the Uber Eats League One.
I think it's much worse. Maybe it's just because I'm more familiar with the Uber Eats League.
You're
like-
not familiar with McDonald's?
Like I just mean, it's not, like the McDonald's League sounds like a charity thing. You know what I mean? Like it sounds like, oh, that's so sweet.
I'm going to be honest. Uber Eats League sounded like a charity league to me.
No, that- it
this
definitely
isn't,
did.
This isn't any better.
I think it's just because of familiarity that I'm like, no, the Uber Eats League is better. I think if you gave me from scratch, if you said, hey, you can pick between these two, I'd be like, neither, bro. Both of
Yeah,
these
neither one.
are huge
No,
L's.
they sound terrible.
They are huge, but I can't believe that McDonald's, you know, the what's it, the Golden Arch, what's it called?
Now the Golden Arches.
It's
They're gonna put those on the red and yellow cards next.
what do you say the man of the match is gonna be called? What?
Oh yeah, the Le Big Mac award for man of the match. And I saw like Mbappe.
Yeah, Mbappe. Look, from the numbers I've seen about like how much McDonald's paid for this, I know billionaire, but it seems affordable. Like if you were a company or wealthy, like Mbappe probably could have bought this.
Yo, you mean the Mbappe League One?
Dude, I told Neil, like if I was Mbappe, I would have put the naming rights and then left for Madrid, bro.
Oh.
Just like yo,
Oh,
that
look, he
was-
still could.
he could do that.
To be
Although
honest.
no, McDonald's is done, bro. It's a done deal.
How long is the deal? Do we know?
Mbappe will buy McDonald's out of it.
Imagine, eh?
Bro, I would be that petty. But no, that's shocking. I think this name change has kind of highlighted even more how bad the Uber Eats name was.
Yes.
Because when you think, oh, why would they change it? Then it's like,
What was the
why was
Uber
that
Eats
the
League?
name, bro?
No, look, the joke, the league is a joke. Let's be real. It was I know it's even easier to make a joke
Dude,
out of the league now.
they used to have some giants, bro. Marseille and Lyon when they
Now-
were like,
Now the only giant is the Big Mac. Um,
it's Ronald McDonald, bro.
yeah, so I saw them say they should make the refs wear clown costumes. Dude, there's so much potential here if they really lean into it.
Dude, the refs in La Liga need clown costumes.
That's another story. Yeah. So, and did you see the aftermath of that?
I literally just saw that Bellingham got a red card and I saw what he yelled at the ref.
What did
I
he
thought
yell?
it was absolutely warranted. He basically yelled at the ref. He obviously swore a lot more.
Mm.
But he was saying the ball was in the air. What kind of call is that? Which again,
Makes sense.
completely warranted. I don't think that however angry he was, you can't give him a red for that, bro.
No, I think him being mad is justified. So
As
but-
a ref, even you know this is a special circumstance. How many you can probably count on one hand how many times you know of another ref that's done that, bro.
I know, and it's because it's the wrong call. That's why I can count
So, yeah,
on one.
like-
It
like
shouldn't have happened. But
The aftermath.
yeah, look, let's just explain how it happened. So a ball comes in, it's crossed mid-air. The ref calls it. The goal then gets scored after the ref has called the ball in mid-air. Bellingham complains, whatever, gets a red card. The game ends in a draw. So as far as I've heard, after they did try and appeal it and it failed. So now, as far as I know, Bellingham is suspended for 2 games.
And is this legal what the ref did? Like there's been no talk of he actually did breach any rules by blowing the
No, I
whistle
think
while the
I
ball
think
was
I
in
think
the
the ref was actually suspended as well for 2 games. So it's a I
air.
don't
Check his Betway account, bro.
yeah, I don't fully understand how the rules work. I don't know how the ref can get suspended and the
Yeah.
call can get can still be like
Or at the very least, that the appeal, like, be like, it's a one-match ban. Like, where they're like, listen, we have to stick to the rules.
Yeah,
to
they
a
should
degree.
make it a one-match ban.
Like,
That's-
how? Unless someone there absolutely believes that Bellingham still had no right to react like that, which is bullshit, if you ask me. I think anybody that watched that game, even a Barcelona fan, I think, would be like,
I think any person on earth would have the exact same reaction.
even someone that's never watched football before.
No matter the context, even if you're playing like a fucking five-a-side game and some ref called
The ball's in the air.
The ball is literally in the air. You either call the ball before it gets played or you call it after the play is done.
Bro.
You can't call it right in between the middle.
So like FIFA, where like as soon as you kick off, like just before halftime, as soon as you kick off, the whistle gets blown like
But
immediately.
that makes more sense though, because you're at the halfway line.
Well, that's also true. Yeah, dude. I thought the Premier had it bad. To be
No,
fair,
look, La Liga's a fucking clown show, dude.
To be fair, I have heard about a lot less drama from La Liga, but again, probably just because I watch a lot less La Liga.
No, the La Liga's as a whole, though. I mean, with the fucking fraud scandals with Barcelona, and like the referees being paid off, like bad refereeing in La Liga isn't a new thing.
But like, you know what? I always think what's surprising is when it comes to the World Cup and Champions Leagues and stuff, they don't like the Prem refs. And those are the competitions.
Do we like the Prem refs?
But what
to
I'm
be
saying
honest?
is those are the competitions. And I mean, there are at least some La Liga refs that get called up to these competitions. So I mean, as bad as it is, they at least have a certain standard.
There's like 5 good ones.
I wonder whether if in that Argentina World Cup game, Argentina versus who was it? The one where they just absolutely Argentina versus Holland, I think. That referee that just gave so many cards out.
Yeah, there was a bunch
What
of cards.
league is he from, bro?
The McDonald's league.
Nah, dude, I think Bellingham was absolutely justified to react like that. Actually, I would have probably attacked the ref, bro.
I think I would too.
I would have attacked him, bro. As soon as I saw that red card, yo. But yeah, is that about it for the news?
That's it
bro?
for the news.
I know the Champions League format has officially changed. We spoke about it before. Recording now. Again, it's going from group stages to a solid league with I think 36 teams now. But yeah, the way it works basically is the first 4 teams are basically guaranteed qualification, or the first 8 teams are guaranteed qualification. The next 8 teams have to play off each other to qualify, and then the last set of teams are just completely out of the competition. So there's a lot of opportunity for cool games here because based on the type of games that certain teams get, you could get a team like Bayern dropping into the playoff stages and a club like Lazio miraculously qualifying because they got a kind of run. So there's opportunity there. I still prefer the group stages, but we'll see how it goes, bro.
Isn't it like, is it just the Super League?
It's kind of like the Super League, but it's still the Champions League. I think like there's maybe 2 extra games now because of the extra teams that have been brought in.
And they all have to play each other. Everyone plays each other
that's
once.
the thing. Not everyone plays each other. And that's why that's why it opens things up, because now I think you play maybe 8 games maybe. But again, like I said, it's 36 teams there. So you're not going to play everyone in the group stages. You may only play someone in the knockout rounds.
Okay.
So that's why, like I say, a club like Lazio could coast somehow just by avoiding terrible teams. Or even if they do get bad teams and take a few L's, other clubs are taking L's as well because they're getting a bad run of games as well. So it does open things up. Like I said, it could be interesting, but I just don't like. But it's so easy based on Football Manager, at least. It's so easy to lose.
And that's very, Football Manager is very realistic.
No,
guys.
because
the most realistic.
Because a lot of jokes have been made now also because there's been debate about this, and Football Manager players have played through. A lot of people like it, a lot of people don't like it. But what I don't like about it is it's so easy to lose track of what competition is when anymore, bro. Like I swear, because like now the English clubs can play each other.
Yeah.
It's just open season. So it gets weird, bro. And it's a lot of games. Like I said, it's more games, which I don't know if we need right now. But hey, man, Champions League is Champions League. Everyone's going to watch it no matter how it's being played.
Look, personally, it would be nice if it failed terribly. And they have to like change everything
The
back
whole
on the
thing.
next one. And they're just like, shit, we can't do this. We made a mistake.
I thought that they were going to scrap it because I had heard talk a few weeks ago that they didn't want to go with this new format because there were doubts. But I think they're going to give it the old college try, as they say. But yeah, look, let's wrap it up for the news there. Let's get down to business. And Ethan, the Manchester Derby.
Manchester City beat Manchester United 3-1 at City's home. And to be honest, it's better than I expected.
Yep. I think I predicted like a 5-0, 6-0.
Yeah, I think I went 4-5-0 as well. I think a lot of United fans would have predicted a loss.
Not just United fans, bro.
I think that's the thing. I think a lot of non-United fans would have predicted an embarrassment. So I'm glad that didn't happen.
They really wanted one, bro.
And what's weird is like the first half was so good. We were so good. Rashie scored a wonderful
Rashford,
goal.
worldy, bro.
And then what's funny is like a couple minutes after that, he missed 2 sitters. So it's like if this kid, physically, he's a specimen. I've said it before. You look at the dude. He's fast. He's big. He's physical.
He's got what he needs.
He's got what it needs. He just doesn't have it up. Yeah, if he was consistent in any way, he would be world class.
Yeah.
Speaking of world class, though, Foden.
What a finish.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not gonna lie, I still prefer Rashford's goal. Just because
yes,
obviously
Rashford's goal was amazing, dude.
well.
Rashford's goal was amazing. But we got to talk about
Foden.
Foden. Like you saw, Pep said that Foden is his like player of the season.
And you know what? What everyone is being reminded of after that game was that clip of Pep saying that Foden is like the talent of talents that he's ever coached, including Messi. Like, and
it's kind of coming to fruition right now.
dude, we got into an argument with Chad. Shout out Chad about Foden because Chad thinks that Foden is underrated. I don't think he's ever been underrated necessarily, but boy oh boy, is this dude starting to be highly rated by everyone, bro.
No,
you cannot deny it.
He's got 18 goals, 10 assists this season alone, which is
In all competitions or in the Premier alone?
I think that's just the Prem, which is really good. And especially considering, but look, to be fair though, with KDB out, he got a lot more game time than he did last season.
True.
So he's gonna have better stats than last season, but yeah, he's killing it. I think he's got to start for England.
Yeah,
I know he
has
necessarily
to,
he hasn't really started for England before, but now he should be like
Nah,
for sure.
dude, I think if
The question is him or Rashford, who are you taking on the left?
Foden, brother.
Yeah, Foden all day.
I was gonna say for England now. I think look, if anything, you can say Rashford and Sterling lose their places, bro.
Yeah, I think Foden takes it 100%.
Foden, Saka, you can't take either of them out. But yeah, look, Foden obviously got a brace in this one, yeah.
Yeah, he did.
And he's got a good goal scoring record against
He
United.
could have had
apparently.
3, to be honest, because at one point there was a ball played where he completely caught the United defense lacking, and it was just him on one with Onana, and Onana got a nice save on it.
Shame, Onana, scoreline and all, Onana had a good game.
Good game, yeah.
He did have a good game, bro.
And what's weird is like for the past couple of games, he's had really
been
solid games.
When
yeah.
last has there been a joke made, a meme,
Which
a
is good.
comment?
I
It's
think
fantastic.
the fact that no one is saying anything is a good thing.
Yeah, no news is good news, bro.
But yeah, speaking of another player who played good, I think Johnny Evans was good.
Johnny Evans did look well.
He played.
Did look well.
He
Did
played
look good.
alongside Varane, and I think both of them. Obviously, they both in their 30s. I think Evans is like 36.
36, they said, yeah.
Varane's I think is like 32.
Maybe.
So those aren't young strikers. I mean, young defenders. They are like they're not going to play a full 90 minutes.
Yeah,
we
they took Haaland
we
a
saw Johnny
long time.
Evans. I know they took Haaland a long time. We saw Johnny Evans have to come off at some point because the dude was winded. And again, he's 36. He's not. You can't keep Man City in a team with like Foden, Haaland, all these players.
And a
Doku.
bench like that, because they could make actual subs.
Yeah, they could
United,
make
once
actual
you
subs.
started making subs, it was literally downgrading wherever you were making them.
Yeah, well, let's get into it. We had a good first half, and then the second half came, and once we started making subs, it was pretty much downhill from there. Rashie came off, Amrabat came on, Johnny Evans came off, Kampuala came on, Anthony came on. None of them were good. Absolutely none of them were good.
Anthony, you wouldn't have even say came on.
Oh yeah, I don't even want to talk about Anthony. Actually, you know what I will talk about? He's garbage. as much I like Anthony, and I really do think there's a player there, but golly, he cannot keep up with the pace of a Premier League.
Yeah, dude, you can't keep up the pace with his own brain.
I know. The thing is though, like he, by all accounts, he was decent at Ajax. But literally, by
No, he
every
was.
evil Ajax fans will say he was decent.
But
People who
this
watched him
is-
will say he was decent.
Yeah, and a lot of the times players do make a successful transition from the Dutch league, from the Eredivisie to the Premier League. So I guess it was worth taking a gamble on. It's the price tag. It's the price tag. If he had cost 40 mil, like he should have at the time, I think people are annoyed, but no one is just trying to just bag on this guy. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, he is an easy target. And to be fair, Ten Hag didn't make it easy with the price tag. I don't know why he decided 90 mil was the way to go. At that point, you should have just pulled out and cut your losses. But I think we have to do... There's talks that like Saudi might buy him. There's talks of United looking to sell him.
Really?
Nobody's going to buy this dude. I'm
No,
sorry.
dude.
And if they do buy him, it's going to be nowhere close to how much we bought him
it
for.
wouldn't even make sense for the Saudi. He's
It
not a
wouldn't.
superstar.
He's not a name.
He's not going to sell T-shirts and get people to tune in. You know what I mean?
So we have to find something for him to do. And clearly it's not attacking. So I'm putting it out there. I know it doesn't make any sense, but the dude works hard defensively. Let's make him a left back.
A fullback.
We don't have a
A
left
wing
back.
back.
We don't have one. Luke Shaw is injured. We're playing Amrabat there. We're playing Lindelof there. Lindelof got absolutely cooked by Foden in the City game.
Yeah, dude.
And again, I think that comes down to pure pace. I think Anthony is faster than both Lindelof and Amrabat.
And even if he's not going to make a tackle, he'll annoy.
He will annoy.
He'll be on you.
And he'll annoy the United fans
If
too.
he can at least cut the space that the wingers have.
I think there's no other. We have to find something for this dude to do. And clearly attacking just ain't it. So let's cut our losses. We don't have a left back right now. The dude works hard defensively. He works much harder defensively than any of the other wingers. Let's just make him a left back for a while.
Look, I think at this point, why not?
Why? Yeah, literally, why not? That's my
You've got
argument
to
too.
try
Why
to
not?
find some value. I mean, Bukayo
Exactly.
Saka made a transition from left back to right winger. Maybe Anthony needs to make the transition from from right winger to left back.
Hey, we saw Ashley Young do it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, okay, didn't he do it because of age?
Yeah, I know, but hey, he did it.
just go tell Anthony, hey man, you're old now.
You're looking older, 24.
Bro,
Yeah.
23, 24.
But look, and then also there were a few iffy calls. I don't know if you saw Rashi going down off Kyle Walker.
Yes, there was debate. I think
that's a foul.
Goldbridge is going off saying that
I don't
should
think
have
that's
been
a
a
foul.
penalty or something.
That's not a foul at all.
No?
Rashi goes down way too easily. I think he did end up going off because he was injured. I think him going down there was partly just being like, fuck, I'm hurt. I'm not 100%. I'm not going to fight for this. I'm going to go down and get a free kick. And then off of that leads to Foden's goal. I don't think the ref made the bad decision. That was not a foul. He went down way too easily.
You can't fault Rashford for trying that. There was a desperate. It was a Hail Mary.
I know it was a Hail Mary,
But,
but if
it blew
he had
up in his
stayed up,
face.
he was in a good position. I think Rashi is outpacing Kyle Walker. I think
blew
Kyle
up in
Walker's
his
like
face,
30,
yeah.
30 years old, bro.
Kyle Walker does still have pace.
I know he does, but look at Rashford. He's a physical specimen, dude. we should do like science experiments on him in a lab.
I'm just gonna get what's that poster of the man? What's the man?
Oh yeah,
It's gonna be Rashford.
Rashi. You know what? Do it, bro. He is the perfect physical specimen. But yeah, he's just not there. And then there was another one where Edison comes out and slides Garnacho. Again, not a penalty. I think Garnacho pulls out of the tackle. I think if he didn't pull out of the tackle, maybe. But he gets the ball. I know it is dangerous, and I know we live in this fucking world where even if a tackle's fair, because it's dangerous, it gets a card.
Yeah.
That's stupid as hell. If a
In
tackle's
the derby game, especially, I think it becomes extra subjective when you're like, what's dangerous and what's just like
and what's a good
committed,
tackle?
bro.
Yeah,
What's
exactly.
Yeah.
And then look, it's a goalkeeper. When a goalkeeper is making a tackle like that, there's no other option. The keeper has to make that tackle. If that tackle doesn't work out, yes, it's a penalty or it's a goal. Either way, it's bad for the goalkeeper.
Dude.
So I think the fact that he does get the ball, yes, he does take out some of the player afterwards. Who gives a shit? If Garnacho fully committed and he made contact with Edison first and Edison didn't get the ball first, then I'd give the penalty. But no, that's not a penalty. You can't say it is.
Yeah, bro, I agree, and I can see why so many people would fight for it, because obviously emotions are high. It's a derby game, bro. It's a derby game. Emotions are high. But yeah, look, so overall, you say you can take this result on the chest.
Yeah, I'm not taking anything on the chest. Just pause, Logan. But yeah, look, I'm taking the loss. It's not as bad as I thought. Look, defensively, we actually played really well for a lot of the game.
I guess, yeah, it's odd to take positives away, but you can't deny that there were at least some things that you saw. Because again, like we said, this game, I think this was a write-off.
It was a write-off, but
This was a write-off.
defensively we were good. Attacking, there was absolutely nothing. To be fair, we did kind of play like a relegation team. It was just all defense, maybe one or two counters if we could, but it was literally 11 men behind the ball. City could do what they wanted. They had all the position. They had more shots on target than United had possession.
I think that's the first time I've ever seen that.
That is fucking crazy, dude. They had more shots than United had possession. Think about that.
No, it's
Look, we didn't look good at all. I don't know where United really goes from here. We back to playing this really defensive, low block, counter-attacking Ollie football, which again, Ollie did better than Ten Hag's going to do.
Yeah.
But I do think if we had done this against Fulham, we would have won. I think if United plays this defensively against 90% of the Premier League, we win.
Yeah, play to your strengths.
Exactly.
It's not attractive on the eye, but
yeah, look, it's a loss in a derby game. It's not fun. But it could have
another loss at the
I know it's a
Etihad.
lot of. But look, it could have been worse. It would have been nice if United, like even if not for United, for the Premier League, it would have been nice if United won
Look,
or
when
got
Rashie
1
scored
point.
that goal, bro, I felt like a United fan
You
for a
see,
second.
that's the tough thing, because any United fan would have been cool with losing, but as soon as we get that hope of Rashford's goal in the first half, all of a sudden it's like, oh, we could win
Get up
this.
off your feet goal, bro.
I know. So look, but all things considered, a lot of our players are injured. Wasn't that bad.
What did you think of Bruno?
Look, he's I don't know. Mentally, again, much like Rashi, I don't think he should be captain. But I don't think there's many other options. The dude works hard. But yeah, again, not one of his best games.
Because look, I know we can agree that this game could have been a write-off, but you do at least want to see some players fucking show up for it. You know what I mean? So
You do.
I'm just curious about the big names that were on the pitch.
Well,
Did
look,
you at
I would
least-
say our best players on the day: Onana, Evans, and Delo.
Wow.
Yeah, I think those three were. And I'll put Varane in there as well. Those three were classy.
I
bro.
guess it makes sense. It's the defense.
It's all defense.
It's the defense. Yeah, that's definitely a tough one to take. But yeah, Man City, it would have been good for the league, bro. If United could get some points off of them, it would have been even better for United. My word, Arsenal, onto Arsenal. And this looked like, I couldn't believe that this was, much like when you saw Man City thrash Luton in the FA Cup. There was a pundit I saw, I can't remember what it was, who put it into perspective, and they were saying, watching that game, you kind of had to remind himself that you're watching two Premier League teams. Same with Arsenal versus Sheffield, bro. That was a walkover of note.
Look, there was a lot more closer to what we predicted, though. I think both of us said like 6-0.
5-0, 4-0.
Yeah, so
at least 5-0. Bro.
So I think that's a lot more. It made a lot more sense.
It was
Watching
at the
it.
Emirates.
Yeah,
No, it wasn't. It was at the. But I mean, that doesn't make a difference with
No, it's
Sheffield. Have you
Sheffield
seen how many
United.
goals they've conceded at home this season, bro? Oh my gosh, Bramall Lane is just the place to be if you're a club that needs points. When do United go there?
I have no clue.
Like, no, it was insane. Obviously, we started an unchanged team to the one that has been on such a hot form. Jorginho playing again. I didn't think he'd play, just considering the type of team we were playing against. It was good to see him play, though, and he again put in one or two just genius passes, bro. I low-key think that Arteta is giving him a solid run of games ahead of that Man City game, just because he doesn't want to throw him in too cold for it. You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
Thomas Partey was back on the bench. That was great. He came onto the pitch. That was great. He
was a
made
bit-
some shit passes.
Yeah, so he was a bit rusty coming on.
But you know what? He looked like someone that hasn't played for months.
Yeah.
He made passes. At least we didn't get punished for any of it. But I think at the very least, it's gonna fast forward the process of him getting back to his best form. But yeah, dude, what a game. Obviously, Gabriel Martinelli, my boy, had a hell of a game before he went
Insane.
off injured.
Yeah, well, look, Saka also went off at halftime with a potential scare.
Yeah, but Saka's thing, I think, is absolutely more precautionary.
Yeah.
Like, Martinelli was taken off.
I know they had to carry him off.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, this is very much on the money for Arsenal right now.
Absolutely. And it's absolutely what we needed, bro. Goal difference is going to make a big difference.
Yeah, goal difference is huge.
And also, this 3-horse race, bro, with Liverpool winning that game out of the blue, which I think was still so harsh, bro.
We will get into that, yeah.
Man City, obviously, they're going on their classic we win everything run.
Yeah.
And I think it may continue up until, you know what, this weekend is
Liverpool, City.
Liverpool, Man City. But
Yeah.
okay, look, sticking with Arsenal. We needed this win. We had to keep the fight going. And jeez, we look so good, bro.
Yeah.
We look good for it every time. The last 7 games now, that is 32 goals scored, 3 goals conceded.
Golly, that's a lot of goals.
Look,
'Cause even in this game, Raya had to do basically nothing.
basically nothing. And what he did have to do, I know there was one offside moment, but
And he
good
saved
save.
it, yeah.
Good save, bro. Yeah, I couldn't be happier. It would have been nicer if Saka could see out more of the game, but the Sheffield players did look like they were starting to get annoyed.
You actually enjoyed the game so much, you bought a new shirt.
I did. Look, to be fair, this thing has just been sold out ever since it's released, bro.
Yeah,
So
no, it is a very cool looking
by
shirt.
chance, I happened to find it online, ordered it, forgot I ordered it even, bro, in the euphoria of
And
it
then
all.
I had to be here and collect it.
Yeah,
I was like, fuck this. You
It's
know
like
what? This is
it's
Arsenal shit.
insulting,
Fuck.
bro.
Keep the package.
No, but yeah, it was a great game. Can I ask, what do you make of Declan Rice? But obviously, we're seeing a lot more of him in the attacking sense now.
No, look, I think he's got the legs. He's definitely good at attacking. He can basically do everything you want as a midfielder.
Dude, he's a specimen.
Well, I'm not gonna say he's just a fucking white dude to me. But you know, he's good. Obviously, he's good on set pieces now as
Yeah.
well. I think he's with Partey slowly coming in, and even without him, with Jorginho there, I think he's found his place.
Dude, I mean, someone else who's found his place, Kai Havertz, bruh.
Yeah, that dude is performing a lot better than I think a lot of people
I
predicted
know
he would.
he's still missing some sitters. He definitely is. But it's hard to stay mad at that when he's still coming home with a goal and an assist almost every game now. Bro.
Yeah.
Like, he is absolutely reveling in that center forward position. I don't think Jesus walks back in, bro.
Yeah, I don't think so either. They offer very different things though. Like I think Havertz is a finisher. Like clearly, you saw that goal. The dude can finish.
He can.
When push comes to shove, he's not going to look for the pass. He's probably going to look for the shot.
Yeah.
Whereas Jesus is probably going to look for the
He's
pass.
going to put too much flair into
Yeah.
it all, bro. He tries to, like, it's always a little bit too much. So I agree there.
Look, I still think Arsenal, like if they had signed Tony instead of him or someone, I think that would have been better. But I think Havertz is doing a job.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Again, going back to what we were saying about who was it? About Onana with regards to the critics going quiet. You haven't heard people making too many comments about Havertz lately,
Yeah.
bro. And obviously, like I said, when I pointed out how many goals he scored in the last 7, it's very hard to pick any flaw in this Arsenal team right now. One of those 3 goals we conceded, we scored them, for crying out loud. So it's understandable, but at the same time, I think it's genuinely justified by his
Yeah.
performances on the pitch, game after game after game, bro.
And speaking of performances, I saw someone that said Odegaard will go down as a better playmaker than Ozil.
Yes, I agree.
Do you
bro.
agree?
I agree. I absolutely agree. At the trajectory that he's on and the potential that he has. Like, look, remember when we signed Odegaard? I remember years ago. I say it like it was like 10 years ago.
Back in my day.
But yeah, near the beginning of doing this show, we had Ashik on the show. Shout out Ashik. And I had told him that Odegaard has everything like that makes my favorite type of footballer. And he could not believe me. He was like, what the... This is when he was still at Arsenal on loan. And he was like, what the hell are you smoking, bro? Like, what do you see in this dude? I think everybody's starting to see it now, bro.
Yeah, I think so too.
He is magic when
Yeah.
he's in his moment, bro. I'm sorry. As far as he can see that pass that no one else sees. He can dribble when no one else can dribble. He can,
And what's nice also, like he seems like a big motivator in that Arsenal
and
team.
he's young.
Yeah,
To be that motivating at like 23, bro.
Yeah.
The whole team, the whole team is
yes,
so
the whole team is
young.
Yes,
And they
that
are
is fair.
so hungry, bro. But again, I just think it helps. Even having someone like Jorginho there, bro. I can't get over how lucky Arsenal fans are right now. Whether we win the league this season or not, the upward freaking climb that we are on
I know,
is
it's amazing.
it's phenomenal, bro. And with Klopp leaving at the end of the season, we have touched on this before. I think that leaves some type of opportunity for something special to happen. And obviously, Man City, the way they're looking this season, like Ten Hag said once upon a time, all eras come to an end, bro.
It's going to come to an end. Hopefully, the end is caused by 115 points being shoved against them.
Yeah, that should be fair. They should actually just go, we don't have time to get to every case, so we'll just dock a point per charge.
And we'll relegate you.
I mean, Everton got 10 points for one charge. You know what I mean?
But look, speaking of Klopp, they did manage to win a late winner against Forest 1-0. Yeah, this is the 18th time a 90th minute winner has won for Liverpool, which is I think that's the most this season. No team has won.
I'm absolutely starting to believe the hype in Liverpool.
Liverpool, yeah. I
tried to fight it for so long.
I also
but
did. I didn't want to believe it, but the more I see shit like this,
you can't. I'm sorry, bro. You can't. Every time, 18 times.
Yeah, 18
That
times.
makes.
And that's just this season.
I'm pretty sure that they are defying like the laws of averages or whatever by now, bro. Like, come on. Come on, dog. It's so annoying. Again, you can look at it and still go, it's Liverpool doing what Liverpool do. But really, bro? It starts out coincidence.
I know, but by the 18th time, you got to see something.
Come on.
But yeah, look, Forest are going to feel really hard done. I mean, you saw the at one point, the manager got a yellow card because he was or someone was complaining.
Yeah. Again,
they followed them down the tunnel because there was also a foul call that wasn't made. Like there was a bunch of sussy shit that went Liverpool's way. I do think Forest are going to, they already have so much going against them with the charges that they also have on top of them.
Bro,
they are this close to being in a relegation battle, especially when you see Everton being their charges having even less now.
And look, no one wants relegation. But considering how much money Nottingham Forest has spent in the last 2 seasons, and considering
also got a new
the
manager.
amount of players that they've brought in the last 2 seasons, if they go down, that club is finished, bro.
Yeah.
They can't hold on to any.
No,
So
there's
every
no way.
point matters.
No,
bro.
it matters
and
so
a point
much to
against
them.
Liverpool, especially because that's a game you look at on your calendar as a Nottingham Forest assistant coach, manager, player, and you go, cool, that's a loss, move on. If you got a point from that, bro,
Huge.
that would have been transformational.
And speaking of a point, though, Liverpool do play City next week. What are your quick thoughts on that? Just like a fucking
City win.
City win.
City win. Liverpool's injuries don't help them.
They don't. But does Salah come back? When is he supposed to come back?
Salah's still not Alisson, not Trent, not
yeah,
Szoboszlai, not...
Look, to be fair, though, Kelleher has been really,
Really
good,
good
in
in
these
goal.
games that he's had to
Really,
fill in
really
for.
good in goal. He's won them a trophy.
He's won them a
You can't
trophy.
take anything away from him. Confidence must be high, but I still can't look past City, bro. Is
Yeah.
that the Etihad, no?
I don't know for sure.
Well, when we do our preview
Yeah, when we
then
do our...
we'll know.
But also, do you think the winner of that match wins the league?
No. Arsenal, bro.
You fully confident still?
Arsenal versus Brentford at the Emirates is gonna... That's
That's the league decider.
the title decider, bro.
Look,
Arsenal versus Brentford.
A game that definitely wasn't the title decider was West Ham beating Everton 3-1 at Everton's home. Moyes has been on the chopping block a lot recently.
I feel like that's the only place that he's ever managed.
Yeah, that's kind of where he thrives.
Ever since he left Everton, bro.
But look, they did have it like them, and they lost to Arsenal, what, like 4-1 or some shit?
Yes,
they
that
lost.
was it.
They
Look,
lost to United.
Yeah, they've been on bad.
They've been in
to
a
be
bad-
fair, Bowen's been a bit of a shining light. Got a hat trick
Yeah.
not too long ago.
Yeah, Bowen. But I mean, Bowen's Bowen. He's always been this good.
That's true.
But do you think this changes things? I know that like they beat. I know Everton is Everton, but do you think beating Everton changes how?
I think it has to, because again, I think some of those games where they lost, much like we can excuse United because of injuries. You can look at West Ham.
Yeah, they didn't have Paqueta.
Oh, sorry. They didn't have Paqueta, they didn't have Kudus, well,
Yeah.
it was AFCON, they've been without players. It's not like they've had a full strength team from start to finish. So, I think...
I still really don't know what West Ham fans expect.
That's the
He
thing,
literally
just
won them a
them.
European trophy last
He
season.
just won them a European trophy, which is something that no Arsenal fan can say.
But
they've
I
seen their
I
club
think
do.
what's tough for them, I think they're looking at other teams play, like Brighton and shit. They're looking at these teams play really good soccer. You know what I mean? Like their style is like really nice.
You use Brighton as the example.
No,
for
because
really good
because
soccer.
no, I know they're getting bad results, but they,
but just
they
at
the
least
way
what
they
you're
play,
seeing.
yeah,
Okay, fair.
exactly.
But it's Moyes, yeah. What are they expecting? If you can't argue against style of play,
No, and I would rather have substance over style. I would rather get the result than
He had a
play
club
well.
like West Ham. This man literally earned his reputation because of how steady he had Everton
Yeah.
on a shoestring budget
Exactly.
with hardworking players. That's it.
And he's been able to do even better with West Ham, to be honest. I know
He won a European trophy.
It hasn't been a fast process, but
Nah,
it's
dude, he
slowly
won-
been working his
He
way
won
up.
a European trophy, bro. And
Everton will feel hard done, though. They did have a penalty, which Areola saved at one point.
Ariola had a hell of a game.
He
Yeah.
did have a hell of a game.
Unfortunately for my FPL. Yo.
But yeah, this is a fucking great result for West Ham, to be
Huge
honest,
for them.
especially with the pressure that's been on Moyes recently. Another good result was Villa beating Luton at Luton's home 3-2. Ollie Watkins picking up 2 goals. Is Ollie Watkins the best striker in the Premier League?
Finisher? We're talking all-around finisher.
I'm saying striker. Is he the best striker in the Premier League?
No, Holland exists, bro.
You think he's... I think right now he's better than Haaland.
I don't know. I still take Holland over Watkins regardless of Watkins' form.
Is it?
Genuine, bro. I think Watkins is good. But... Look, a lot...
Yeah, but you got to look at Watkins is getting assists as well. He's not just out there scoring goals.
No, that's true. Look, I'm a big Watkins fan.
Yeah.
I'm a big Watkins fan. But if you're going versus every other Prem striker right now, maybe it's more just down to like style of play also or something. You know what I mean?
But
like,
don't you think if you put Watkins in City, he does what Haaland's doing? I think if you put
Maybe.
Watkins in any top 4 team, which is funny because Villa is in the top 4, but I think if you put Watkins in Arsenal, City, Liverpool, even Man United, even Chelsea, he's better than whatever they have right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, I wouldn't say he's necessarily better than Jesus already.
I would say, well,
He has a better goal scoring, but Jesus has never had that goal scoring record, so I guess I can excuse him there. But I'm not arguing how much he isn't. I think he's a fucking good player, and I'd take him at Arsenal in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. But again, if we're talking the striker of strikers, I've seen Watkins miss a lot more than I've seen Haaland miss, and I know that shouldn't be the overall
Did you see
deciding
Haaland's miss in
factor.
the United game?
We didn't actually talk about that.
Where
but
he
that
was right in front of the goal and he
Even
literally hit it
even
over.
He looked like, even the commentator of the game I was watching, the commentator was just like, no.
Yeah,
no.
it was shocking.
I was stumped. But I could understand exactly why you'd say Watkins is the best. I wouldn't argue with you. My opinion is just that it's Haaland. But Watkins is flying, bro.
Yeah, and Villa as a whole is flying. I think if they don't...
Bailey.
If Bailey as well, I know. I saw some shit thing that like between Bailey and Watkins have like the best scoring duo in the Premier League right now.
Wow, bro. And I mean, Bailey was injured for the beginning of the season.
Yeah, so you can imagine how much he's fucking
I had
pulling.
thrown all my eggs in the Diaby basket. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what happened to that dude, eh?
He went quiet. Didn't he get an
He
assist
went
in
so
this game?
quiet. I don't know, but he's
I think
gone
he may have
so
gotten an
quiet.
assist in this game. And again, look, players they can go hot and cold. He's also quite young, and it is still his first season in the Prem. The fact that he just started out so electrifying, you know what I mean? Maybe he's just starting to dial it down a little bit.
Dial it down.
Bro.
Will Villa finish 4th?
Yeah, the ratings are going. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Because I think the only Spurs and United are behind them, and I don't see Spurs or
Yeah.
United really picking up steam.
I think it's Villa Spurs next, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, in game week 29, I think they play.
Oh, well, they're playing each other very soon.
Very soon.
So I guess that's a 4th decider, in my opinion.
But I also do think Villa take it if they don't get any major. Like if Watkins stays fit, if Bailey continues to stay
they've
fit, if
got
Douglas
depth, eh?
Luiz stays fit,
They've got depth.
They
Look
do
at
have
the
some
players they
depth.
bring on from the bench when Tielemans is being used in the rotation.
Yeah.
Zaniolo's there.
and also you cannot leave out Martinez. Such a good goalkeeper, dude. Literally a World Cup winning goalkeeper. He's playing for this team.
That's true. And to be fair, they also are still in the Europa League.
Yeah.
So there's still a very decent opportunity for them to get a European trophy this season.
A team that has no chance of getting a European trophy this season is Chelsea drawing 2-2 with Brentford.
Loving it, bro. Loving it. It was Wisa who got the equalizer. Eh?
Yeah, we so got it.
Maupe opened it.
Yeah.
I can't believe Maupe is still... He's the new Almiron now. He's just on this purple patch.
What does Chelsea do, bro? Why do they... Like Chelsea, there is absolutely no consistency in that team.
You know what Chelsea need to do? They need to find some class, no? Find some culture, find some tradition that's respectable.
Are you saying bring Mourinho back? Sounds like you're saying bring Mourinho back.
I'm saying just leave, bro.
Are
Just
you
walk away.
saying bring Tuchel back?
I actually, if I were Chelsea, bring Tuchel back. Swallow your pride, Todd Bowley. Whatever reason it was that Tuchel decided to walk away, bring him back, bro. Not right now, obviously. I just mean maybe make a phone call. Make sure that the relationship is still there, because Poch may not be your guy.
Yeah.
He may not be your guy. I'm saying he should be given more time to
He
prove
needs
that
more
he can
time, for
be.
sure.
But I'm also saying you gotta think past Poch, bro. I think even though Arteta is doing as well as he's doing, Arsenal at least the owners must be thinking, yo, what if he doesn't extend? What if another club comes knocking and he actually is tempted? You know what I mean? You can't just live this fairy tale dream of thinking it's gonna work out, and it already isn't working out for Poch. So whether you've got a plan C on your clipboard already in the event that Poch fails mid-season, you gotta at least make contact with Tuchel and just make sure he's not looking elsewhere, bro. I don't know who else would be hiring.
Well,
but
the rumor I keep hearing is United.
no, I don't think Tuchel would go to another Prem club. You think
I think he would, yeah. I think he did.
got
Like,
no loyalty
he
to
said
Chelsea.
yeah,
He won a
no,
Champions League with Chelsea.
and then they kicked him out. He's got absolutely no loyalty to
I don't know,
Chelsea.
bro.
I think a lot of these, I think Mourinho as well, they will take any Premier League team at this point. Tuchel will take any Premier League team.
Mourinho is available, eh?
Yeah, he's available.
I would go for one last dance and I'd document the shit out of
The
it.
tough thing with Mourinho is that a whole Chelsea team is so young. Mourinho's not going to be there for the next 7 years.
I feel like Chelsea already have players that he would have wanted to buy in the market, though. Like,
Yeah, but he's historically never preferred young teams. He's always liked...
that's what I'm saying. I agree there, but like Tammy Abraham was a youngster and he bought him at Roma. I think
true.
he's not so much had a full change of heart, but I think he identifies that the youth is where the talent is now.
Well, then there'd be a lot of talent in that Chelsea
Do
team.
you know what I'd like to see? What I think Chelsea should just bring Mourinho in for? Bring him in to somehow assess the players and just write up a list of who stays, who goes, in his opinion.
Just get his opinion.
Maybe it'd be a slap in Poch's face. I mean,
Yeah.
as a professional, you'd be like, "What are you saying? I don't know." But maybe Poch is too close to the project right now, and you just need someone who is cutthroat and cold like Jose to walk through and be like, "Your shit, you're good. Your shit, you're good." You know what I mean? Like,
Look, it's a fair point, and let us know what you think. Should Pochettino stay at Chelsea? Are Arsenal going to win the league? Is Man City going to win the league? Let us know.
Arsenal's gonna win the fucking league, bro. I think this is the season. This is the one season that I'll actually say it with chest, bro. Yeah, look, aside from that, it's just FPL that we have left to cry about.
Let's do it in the next episode.
You don't want to touch on it now?
Nah, let's do it in the
I
next
guess,
episode.
yeah, look, I don't need to get that depressed right now, but I will say shout out Azine, shout out Nathaniel, shout out Chad.
We'll get into it.
Oy vey. But yeah, look, okay, let's wrap it up for this week, for this episode. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.